Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. Now in today's video I'm going to be reviewing another one of the samples that was sent to me from Lucas Cattell at the Newcastle Distilling Co. So as the name suggests, this distillery is based in Newcastle, which is a coastal city in New South Wales. Now the whiskey that I'm going to be reviewing for you today is known as the Victor Hingston single malt whiskey. This comes from barrel number 2. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to try barrel 1, but at least I've got number 2 for you right here. So this has been bottled at 60% ABV, and after this now I'm going to refer back to some of my notes that I have written down, because there's some pretty awesome things that I would like to mention about this particular whiskey. So for now, I shall pour a little bit and just let that open up a touch. Okay, so first things first, the name of this whiskey comes from Lucas's grandfather. Victor Hingston was the name of Lucas's grandfather. Barrel number 1 actually won a silver award in the 2019 Royal Australian Spirits Awards, so again another fantastic achievement. This is a lightly peated whiskey, which also uses a combination of Voyager craft malt and also peat smoked malt. This has been aged in 100-litre pot casks, and here's one of the other really fascinating things about the story of this whiskey. So obviously it's been distilled in Newcastle, but then it's taken a journey. It's gone from Newcastle and then has traveled along its way to the snowy mountains in the New South Wales snowy mountains, spent some time there, started coming back down, spent some time in Canberra, our capital city, and then finished off the rest of its life back in Newcastle. So here's some perspective for you. The distance between Newcastle and the snowy mountains is approximately 643 kilometers away. And then, so not only do you have that distance, you also have a difference in elevation. Newcastle sits at about 9 meters above sea level, while the snowy mountains, depending on whereabouts where these barrels were kept, sits at about 2,228 meters above sea level. So you've got this drastic distance from location of the distilleries, and then also elevation. So all these types of things are going to have a massive, I guess, environmental effect on the way this whiskey is going to turn out, and I guess with the process in which it has been aged. So Newcastle being coastal, you've got a lot of more, I guess, wet, humid conditions, where heading over to the snowy mountains, it's a bit colder and drier as well. So you've got all these things coming into play into the production of this whiskey. So those are my notes. I'll put those over there, and let's get on with the tasting. So let's see what we have on the nose. Cheers. Okay, so on the nose, you've got these nice, thick, fruity notes. So imagine, I guess, very dense figs, prunes. The nose on this, I have to say, is a lot more similar to a sherry cask, more so than, I guess, port casks, from what I've tried anyway. You got these heavy jam notes as well. So imagine the sweetness of, I guess, like prunes, strawberry jam, sultanas. You've got these very soft wood notes as well that come through. Now, it says that this has been lightly peated. I'm not picking up too much peat. I'm kind of getting more of a barrel char, so I guess depending on how light the peat is on this, it is probably like very, very low. I'm getting a touch of dried apricots now as well. Before I move on to the palette, I would just like to point out that color as well. Look how rich that is. This nice golden color. It's nice and thick as well. You got these nice dense legs pouring down the glass. Such a beautiful copper note. All right, time for the palette. Let's see what we get. Cheers. All right. It's so intense. It starts off soft and mellow, and then the heat of that ABV just keeps going up and up and up. You get these nice tingles on your tongue. It's sweet without being overly sweet. Oh man, this is absolutely incredible. I can understand if this is anything, if this is anywhere near close to how barrel number one is, I can understand how it won its award. This is absolutely fantastic. So again, you're getting all these nice dried fruit, jammy notes, figs, those dried apricots coming through again. But one thing that I'm really enjoying from this at the moment is that after those notes round off, you get, and this is something that I have not had in a whiskey before. I've heard it mentioned from other people, but it's this nice rich chocolate and hazelnut. It just goes from fruits to this nice chocolate malty note and these nice hazelnut combination. It's absolutely fantastic. But then you've also got all these nice, I guess, sweet sugars, sweet fruit sugars that are going around as well. So don't go expecting like the flavor of cane sugar. Imagine dried fruit sweetness. I think sneaking in at the back end of the palate as well, you're getting, I guess, kind of raisins. And again, just it's a whole bouquet of dried fruit. Absolutely fantastic. The finish, again, considering that this is bottled at 60% ABV, it's surprisingly smooth. I am not getting any, I guess, burn at all. You got this nice like warming sensation. So this is a perfect wintertime whiskey. Um, it you can just easily sit back, relax. This is the type of whiskey that you just want to sit in your favorite chair with no one around to bother you, and you're just going to sit there for however long it takes you just to enjoy that glass of whiskey that you have poured. It is absolutely incredible, and I feel very privileged to be able to have tried this. And look, I'm not just saying that. Again, I mentioned in the first video when I reviewed Lucas's gin that I would only review these products if I'm able to give my own honest opinion. And yeah, I'd say this is an incredible whiskey. If this is an example of what they are putting out at the Newcastle Distilling Co at the moment, I cannot wait to see what the future brings, because this is absolutely fantastic. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me along my journey so far. If you're new to the channel, then make sure that you hit that bell notification so that you can stay up to date with all future content, and also hit that subscribe button as well. Now, sorry, excuse me. Oh, things are going the wrong way. Okay, so now I will also add in the description box below a link to a playlist that I am setting up for all these reviews that I have coming for the Newcastle Distilling Co. So that way you can you have all those videos in one easy to find spot. One easy to find spot, and you don't have to search all over the internet and YouTube to find them. They will all be in the link below. So, alright, that's it. I'll see you all again on the next video. I cannot wait to try the rest of these samples. And yeah, I'll see you all again next time. KIPPIS.